There's a tax you can't avoid. Not death, not taxes, the actual ones. I'm talking about the universal tax, and you're paying it right now. Every second you sit still, you're aging at maximum speed. Every step you take, every car ride, every flight, you're buying distance. And the currency? Time. Time with your loved ones, time with your past, time with the version of Earth you said goodbye to. Welcome to the sorrow of time. Before we get to the crying in the shower part, we need to understand the crime scene. And the weapon? It's called the speed of light. Imagine a clock, but forget gears and batteries. This clock is just two mirrors and a single photon bouncing between them. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Now put this clock on a spaceship and launch it at 99% light speed. From inside the ship, the astronaut sees the photon bouncing straight up and down. Normal, boring, time is fine. But here's where it gets weird. From Earth's perspective, the ship is hauling ass sideways. So the photon isn't just going up and down, it's chasing the mirrors as they move. It has to travel diagonally, a longer path. And here's the thing that breaks everything. The speed of light is constant for everyone, always, no exceptions. So if the photon has to travel a longer diagonal path but can't go faster, it must take more time to complete one tick, which means time itself on that ship has slowed down. This isn't a mechanical glitch. This is the fabric of the universe stretching. Think of it like this. You're in a car right now, a cosmic car, and you're always going the speed limit, exactly 299,792,458 meters per second through space-time. But here's the catch. Your speed is split between two roads, space and time. If you sit perfectly still in space, like you are right now, all your speed goes into time. You're aging at maximum velocity. Congratulations, you're speed-running death. But the moment you move through space, you have to borrow speed from time. You age slower, microscopically slower, but slower. Go faster, time slows more. Approach light speed, time nearly stops. Reach light speed, and time stops completely. Photons don't experience time. A photon born in a star 13 billion years ago and absorbed by your retina right now, to that photon, birth and death happened in the same instant. It doesn't have a story. It doesn't have a past. It just is. And if you could move at light speed, you'd become eternal, frozen, a statue in the river of time while the universe ages around you. But you can't, because you have mass, and mass is the universe's way of saying, sorry, you're stuck in time with the rest of us. Let me take you to Switzerland, 1905. A 26-year-old patent clerk named Albert Einstein is walking home from work. He looks up at the Zitglock clock tower. Then he sees a tram rolling away from it. And he thinks, what if that tram moved at the speed of light? If the tram moved at light speed, the light from the clock face would never catch up to it. To the passenger, the clock hands would be frozen. Time itself would stop. And that's when Einstein realized something terrifying. See, before Einstein, everyone believed in absolute time, Newton's time, a cosmic metronome ticking the same for God, kings, and peasants. Time was a river that flowed steadily for everyone. Einstein looked at that river and said, nah. Time isn't universal, it's personal. It flows differently for everyone depending on how fast you're moving and how deep you are in a gravity well. That 26-year-old patent clerk didn't just change physics, he murdered the idea of now. He made time lonely.
Elias is an astronaut. He's going to Andromeda, 2.5 million light years away. His ship moves at 99.999% light speed. He has a daughter, Sarah. She's 5. Hi, Sarah. Daddy's been gone for a week now. I hope you're being good for Mom. I miss you. To Elias, it's been 7 days. He's eaten 6 meals, slept 7 times, read half a book. He's fine. But remember the tax. By the time that message reaches Earth, Sarah is 85 years old. His 1 week was her lifetime. This is the tragedy of the one-way ticket. Relativity lets you travel to the future, but it burns the bridge to your past. You can visit tomorrow, but you can never return to yesterday. Elias becomes a ghost, young, alive, but permanently exiled from his own timeline.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. Cool sci-fi story, bro. But is this real? Let me show you the receipts. Joseph Hafele and Richard Keating, 2 scientists, 4 atomic clocks. They flew around the world twice, eastward, then westward. The prediction, eastward flight adds speed, time slows. Westward flight subtracts speed, time speeds up. The result? The flying clocks disagreed with the ground clocks by exactly the amount Einstein predicted. Nanoseconds, but perfectly accurate. Still not convinced? Pull out your phone. Open Google Maps. Those 31 GPS satellites are moving at 14,000 kilometers per hour. Speed slows their time down by 7 microseconds per day, but they're far from Earth's gravity, which speeds their time up by 45 microseconds per day. Net result? Satellite clocks run 38 microseconds faster than yours. If engineers didn't program them to tick slower to compensate, your location would drift by 10 kilometers every single day. The fact that you can find the nearest coffee shop is proof that time dilation is real. One more. Muons, subatomic particles created in the upper atmosphere. They live for 2.2 microseconds. Even at light speed, they should die 600 meters up. They should never reach the ground. But we detect them all the time. Why? Because they're falling so fast, their time slows down. To us, they live long enough to make the journey. To the muon, the trip was instant.
If time flows differently, depending on your speed, then there is no universal now. Your now and mine are different. An alien in another galaxy moving at a different speed, their now might include Earth's dinosaurs or its ruins. This suggests something called the block universe. Past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. The universe is like a DVD. The whole movie is already there. Our consciousness is just the laser, reading it frame by frame. Which raises a question that'll keep you up at night. If the future already exists somewhere in the block, do we have free will? Or are we just reading a script that's already written? I don't have an answer for that. In Interstellar, Cooper lands on Miller's planet. Time is moving slower near the black hole. He's there for 3 hours. When he gets back to the ship, 23 years have passed. His daughter, the little girl he left behind, is now older than he is. He watches the video messages, her childhood, her wedding, her heartbreak, her rage. He missed her entire life in what felt like an afternoon. If humanity becomes a star-faring species, we'll become a civilization of strangers. A father on a high-speed trade route might come home younger than his own son. Families will be torn apart not by distance, but by chronology. To explore the universe is to accept the ultimate solitude. You get the stars, but you lose your home. You lose everyone who shares your now. The hero of the future isn't the one who dies for humanity. It's the one who outlives everyone they love to find a new home for the rest of us. So, The universal tax. You're paying it right now. Every step, every heartbeat, you're trading time for distance. The faster you go, the more you pay. And if you ever decide to leave this planet at relativistic speeds, the currency is everyone you've ever loved. Einstein didn't give us time travel. He gave us a choice. Stay home, stay in sync with your loved ones, age together, or reach for the stars and become a ghost. The universe doesn't care which you choose, but the bill comes due either way.